welcome back to the Remote No Pressure Podcast, Bill.
Well, hello. Good to be back.
It is good to be back. Third, fourth time's a charm.
It seems like it's been a lot more than that. It's been a rough go for tonight, yeah.
It's been a rough go for tonight. If you are driving your car and you're listening passively, please pull over immediately and take a look at our YouTube page because I look extremely greasy and it's getting warm here in the studio.
Oh, man. It was like 80 degrees out today, probably.
And then things weren't working. So then you start sweating. You're like, oh, man.
We got to make this happen.
Not going to work. But if you guys want to take a look, I do have one of Nate Karnes' Remedy Provisions hats on. And you do too, Bill.
Yeah.
You got the flannel one, bro.
Flannel. You know I like the flannel.
I do. So I got this for you, bro. I hope you like it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks, Nate.
Nate Karnes, he sent us a little extra swag with our purchase as well. But you can go to remedyprovisions.com and check that out. He just did something with Living Waters down in Austin, Texas, the fly shop down there.
Awesome. What did he do?
He designed a decal for him. It's pretty sweet looking. Yes, if you guys are in the Georgetown area, swing into Living Waters Fly Shop there with Chris Johnson, and hook yourself up with a decal.
You okay? We're having a rough night.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's right. It's hot. It's getting hot. We only got a couple more episodes left for this season. We got this episode, then we got next week's episode. But also this coming, last week we had the interview for Blue Collar Fly Fishing. So he's got a few more episodes too that'll be coming here and there. So be sure to stay tuned, subscribe, download, everything you can do.
Share with your friends.
Leave a review. If you leave a review, shoot me an email with your address. And on the Apple page, if you leave us a review, I will personally send you a decal for free. So just leave a review and shoot me a message.
Buy the shirts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I wish we had like Monday, but we are still blowing out our Bob White signature tees. We have a few of those left, so go to our webpage at remotenopressure.com. Check out the signature Leap Steelhead painting on our shirts that we have there, the Bob White specials. We have them on sale for $10.
You can't afford not to.
I was waiting for it. You can't afford it. I set you up, sweet brother. I was waiting for you to be like, you can't afford not to. But in all reality, I mean, you can't. It's $10. Throwing some support our way, and we really appreciate that. Again, remotenopressure.com. And check out our other merch. We got some other cool merch coming. We're very excited about next season. Aaron Reed and I have purchased a table at the IFTD coming up here in October. So if you're going to be on IFTD, we're also trying to get a live event booked out there. So stay tuned.
So if you know people in the area, reach out. Venues.
Okay, let me ask you this, Bill. If someone invited you to stay with them and they're like, you have to wear the magic underwear like the Mormons wear, would you stay with them?
How uncomfortable could it be? I don't know.
It depends on how nice their place is. It's been a thing
for a couple hundred years. I mean, it's got to be comfortable, right?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Mormon underwear scene.
Nor am I.
But I mean, is it like a structured underwear, or can you have? Does it evolve? Like, like for instance, they have pouches now on men's underwear. Pouches.
Yeah.
There's some
Do you ever go to Duluth?
No, I haven't. Have you tried that out? Have you tried the pouch?
What pair of mine has a pouch? Yeah.
Can you tell a huge difference?
Not a huge difference. I mean, it's like it's for hiking. It's like a really fine underwear that you hardly notice it's there, and it wicks, and it provides room.
Yeah, because see, there's been like advances in technology, but when it's a sacred underwear, that's part of your religion. Are you allowed? Is it like changing up the Bible if you change your underwear?
Are there like specs to the underwear?
Is it a burlap sack? Is it
specially prayed over? And I'm not making fun. It's legitimate questions. I mean,
Fly Tying with Uncle Cheech. Cheech is a Mormon, and he's been on here. We need to have him on and just ask him questions because I'm very fascinated about said underwear.
And is it offensive when people call it their magic underwear? Because I've heard that term quite a bit in referring to the underwear. And it might have a completely different name because part of the Christian faith, we don't believe in magic per se,
But, do you have Netflix?
No, not anymore.
Have you seen you probably haven't seen the Salamander Letters then?
No.
About this guy. It's amazing. So if you're on it's called Murder Amongst the Mormons. And it's I don't know why I'm going off on this, but it's basically this guy that started recreating sacred text. So he would like make stuff up, but he would like take the paper and he would age it, he would acid wash it and make it look like original text. Well, I guess he made some Mormon letters saying that there was a magic salamander that actually talked to Joseph Smith.
Interesting.
Instead of the golden tablets. So the Mormon church ended up paying like millions of dollars for this original certified
document.
And it was all fake. The whole thing was fake.
Was this a docuseries or was this
Yeah.
oh, wow.
It was amazing.
Wow.
And Beaver Island was a Mormon safe haven for a long time.
King Strang, I believe his name was.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Strang
cool
or Strange?
Strang. I think it's Strang, isn't
Yeah.
it? And they actually had like a little war on Beaver Island there to take it back.
Was it the Irish who were up there with them? They fought back and killed them. Yeah, there's a cool history up there. Have you ever been to Beaver Island?
No, haven't been. You go every year, don't you?
No, I go to Drummond usually.
Drummond. Okay, I've been to Drummond, but
it's been a couple years since I've been to Drummond. But we went to Beaver Island on our honeymoon, and it was pretty awesome. It was rainy and cold when we went, but you can rent cars there, so we rented like an old '90s geo tracker.
Sweet.
And just toured the island, and they have like little placards all over town with the history of the locations, and talking about King Strang.
Oh wow,
the only king in America.
Really?
That's what they say.
Interesting. It's funny that you say a geo tracker. When I was in high school, we had this Sunday school teacher, and I don't know how far I should go into that story, but her husband enjoyed Suzuki Samurais. You remember those Suzuki
Samurais? You mean the sidekicks?
No, it's called a Samurai.
What was the sidekick? There's 3 of them that were exactly the same. The tracker, the Samurai, and the sidekick. And I don't remember. Was it Isuzu?
Isuzu, that's what it was. Isuzu Samurai is what it was called.
Yeah.
And he took us out and 4-wheeling on the thing, and it was actually pretty sweet.
They're pretty small. They're pretty boxy, but I always wanted one of those when I was like, before I could drive, like 13, 14. I'm like, those are just cool little convertible 4-wheel drive cars. And I think if you owned one, you probably wouldn't like it as much as when I was a little kid and really, really dreamt of one. But like, just like a Jeep. I always wanted a Jeep too growing up. But like now I've ridden in them. It's like, I'm glad I don't have a Jeep. Yeah,
I don't like the way they feel. They're kind of like the Wranglers and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The old Wranglers.
I don't have enough leg room.
Exactly. Yeah. And it feels really cramped in there too, just like a tracker does. But trackers just have a little bit more creature comforts, I think, like more cushier feeling to me. I think
Yeah. I like my wife and I have an SUV. We got rid of the old man tan Camry and we got an SUV, and I like it. I like it. It's a nice. It's large. It's not as big as I want, but it's nice to have some extra room, leaving the sedan behind.
Yeah.
200,000 miles with Toyotas. It's like,
hey,
they don't break down. You just get sick of looking at them. That's what I tell people.
I'm 3/4 of the way there with my Escape.
Yeah, you've had that thing a while.
Yeah,
you had a Ranger before that.
Yeah, I miss that old Ranger.
Sweet. Didn't you have like a skull
shifter knob?
Shifter knob.
A 5-speed, and I had just a chrome skull for the shifter. Yeah.
Do you miss driving the 5-speed?
I do. You can't find sticks anymore.
You can't. That used to be manual. That's what came standard. That was called a standard transmission.
Yeah, and they were cheaper too.
Yeah, and you actually had to buy, pay extra for an automatic transmission.
And now everything's automatic, and you probably got to pay extra for the manuals.
You do, yeah.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. I saw Toyota came out with their a little sports car recently that looked awesome, and I'm like, man, that would be awesome to have a stick shift. They have the kind you don't use a clutch, you just move it over.
Oh yeah, my mom's Escape does that.
Yeah.
It's a different spot down in the shifter region, but yeah. Or have you seen the paddle shifters?
No, oh yeah, those are sweet too.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It's like that old school pushing in the clutch.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah.
Popping the clutch if you do it wrong. Yeah.
That was good, man. You were connected to your vehicle.
It gave you more feedback to it, that's for sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But in the meantime, I don't know. All I know is that the Djembe is not coming around very well.
Oh,
have you been taking your Djembe class?
I gave it up. I wasn't getting it very well.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
You got to be kind of born with the talent to play the Djembe.
Exactly.
You can't just.
My hands are too delicate.
like George Costanza, the hand model. Can't play with these hands, these sausages. But we want to say special thanks for this half hour. Our sponsor, The Restoration Depot, the one-stop shop for virtual wellness services that support the social, emotional, physical, and intellectual well-beings of individuals. So go there, check out TheRestorationDepot.com for all of your meditative needs, physical. You do yoga. I know we've talked about meditation. Yoga's not your thing, though, right?
No, not really. No. Do you do yoga?
I do yoga. I have a thong.
I've seen it,
especially for yoga.
Just when you were bending over it, I was a little questioning, but I let it go.
Yeah, I like it. It feels good. It keeps me motivated when I see it.
Wait, the thong or the yoga?
The thong. And I see it in the mirror. It's like, okay, I need to keep working this.
I'm looking good. I got to keep going though.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get this thing twerking. You know what I mean? I did start a. If you guys are on TikTok, I've been exploring that whole thing. That's just odd. But you guys can look me up on the TikTok. I got a ice fishing video with my song Heaven on it, just to see how this thing works. It's very odd.
Yeah.
But I'm not I will not. If I get 100 subscribers to my TikTok, I will twerk. Is it twerk? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Or is that when you need heroin, like you're on I'm twerking?
No, that's tweaking.
Tweaking, okay.
Yeah.
I will twerk. There's not 100 people that listen to the show that have a TikTok. That's the thing. Have you ever seen TikTok? The TikTok?
I haven't. I really haven't gotten into TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't either. It's just very strange.
Yeah.
The whole world is just dumb.
I know. I agree. I agree. There's good portions of it, but yeah.
Yeah. So guess what happened today? So I'm sitting there at my desk working at home, and I get a text message. And it is one of our audience members drinking a athletic brewery.
Whoa.
Athletic Brewing. Yeah, with the discount code BeerMoney20.
Awesome.
And it was a peanut butter.
There's no internet there.
Oh, okay. It was a peanut butter beer.
Whoa.
And he's like, this is by far my favorite beer so far.
So this was a phone call.
Yep.
How did one of your listeners get your phone number?
Well, he's been on the show.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you didn't have like a super stalker.
I do. I've got a couple of those. Because who doesn't want to talk to this sexy man?
I hear your voice every night as I sleep.
I've gotten catfished 3 times. I love your show. I drained the dumpling. And then I show up, and then they're just not there. That's gonna hurt all of our Asian fans. Gone. Would you ever go to a massage parlor, Bill?
No, I would not. I wouldn't go to a regular massage place just out of discomfort of thinking about the parlors where you wanna what I'm trying to say, like, you want me to finish you off? Like, no.
Drain the dumpling. That's what we're gonna say. Drain the dumpling.
You want me to drain the dumpling?
No.
I would feel pretty uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, there's like some legit ones out there though that aren't,
Well, describe legit, like.
I mean, there's massage therapists.
Like, they really know how to drain the dumpling.
But there's like massage therapists that aren't rapists.
I wouldn't call them rapists. I mean,
it's consensual.
I think you have to. Yeah,
sex work is real work. Libertarian rant.
And you probably have to pay extra for that. I don't know. I've never gotten a massage.
I mean, you got to tip for the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip. I was waiting for a Joe Biden there.
Come on, man.
There we go. That's our new sound effect this week. It's super awesome. But yeah, it was. It looked pretty amazing, the peanut butter beer, but they don't ship to Michigan, so can't buy it here in Harvest.
We have limited stock here too.
Yeah, in Harvest Health. But what we can do is we can go ahead and show a picture of the beer here on our show here, our YouTube channel. You can tell it's late, but Flywheel Guy, if you guys want to look him up on on Instagram had sent it to me. And I was like, wow, I really want to drink that beer. And he said it's amazing. So
Can you send it to a P.O. box in, say, Indiana?
You know, my brother-in-law lives in Indiana. I wonder if we could just have it shipped to him. And I'm going down there for Memorial Day weekend. So
there you go.
maybe,
Give that a try.
yeah.
That's 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah.
Less than that. Less than 2 weeks.
Let's do it. But he says his wife, she was pregnant. They were drinking the non-alcoholic. It's been really good for them. So
Athletic
Thanks.
is some delicious beer.
thank you, Flyable Guy. We'll put a link to your socials there. You might get one person who unfollows you.
Probably
for
going to be me
this.
because I want to look at that beer.
You will unfollow us. They will unfollow you when they know you're acquainted with us.
Yeah, we kind of got a bad rap these days.
Yeah, especially with my earlier slang.
Come on, man.
But beer lovers know the names, and I'm not talking about your local spaceship. Spaceship?
Whoa!
Fruit.
Should I beep that?
Beer lovers know the names, and I'm not talking about your local spaceship fruity IPA. I'm talking about the names in this competitive beer landscape. Two-hearted drunken monks, planning elders, and grapefruit space time machines agree that there's a new name in town. It's the International Beer Challenge Award winner of 2020. Bend, Oregon's Craft Beer Award winner in 2020. One of the top-selling beers in Whole Foods, this unbelievable IPA. Only 70 calories, and drum roll, please. It's non-alcoholic. We still haven't gotten a drum roll. We're here.
Come on, man.
I love craft beer, and it's hard not to when you live in Michigan, but I've had to cut back. Nothing takes a harder toll on my body like local craft IPA, although some people claim that the dad bod is so hot right now. Well, I just don't believe them. And Athletic Brewing's Run Wild IPA is a non-alcoholic, fully brewed, not diluted, non-alcoholic, low-calorie, award-winning IPA. Have this beer or any of their beers shipped directly to your doorstep and save 20% with your discount code BEERMONEY20. Again, BEERMONEY20 at athleticbrewing.com. I'm going to order some of that peanut butter beer.
Yeah, do it.
It's NA. It's non-alcoholic, but he said it's his favorite by far.
You going to bring some to Trout Camp?
Yeah, let's do it. Bring it to Trout Camp. We're going to do the UP?
I'm down for the UP.
Or we're going to do Manistee? That's the question.
Game for either.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, in other news... Bill, do you remember the show 60 Minutes?
Yeah, I think it's still a thing, but I don't know. Yep.
It's still a thing, bro. This weekend they had a... Do you ever watch it?
No, I don't. I don't have tape or network TV anymore. I just do like the streamable junk.
You don't have a... what are those things called?
I got a Roku.
You don't have an antenna?
Nope.
Bro, I'm going to hook you up with an antenna. I got one. I get like 200 channels.
I bought one from Walmart that said that, 50-mile radius.
Yeah.
Piece of junk. I returned it.
I'll hook you up after the show. I'll show you what I got. It's worth it. You get even like it's sweet. It's a really good one. But this weekend on 60 Minutes, they reported UFOs regularly spotted in restricted U.S. airspace. Report on the phenomena due next month. But I guess over the last 2 months, UFOs have been in this area every single night, and the U.S. government has come out and said that they are actually real.
In which area? Michigan?
No.
Oh, the area of 60 Minutes they reported about?
Yeah. Let's see if I put it in here. I want to put the link down below. But they're basically saying that this thing is real. It is a real thing, the UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UFO. And it may sound nutty or wacky, but it's the real thing, dude.
That just makes me wonder. What are they trying to do behind the scenes that, now they're willing to talk about this? There's something big going on that they don't want us to focus on. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Could be. I mean, they've got the video and everything where they show it.
Yeah.
And the way, it could be, I'm thinking it could be like technology from another country.
I was listening to, I don't know who it was this last week, but they were talking about it. Like, they really believe that it's real, but they don't believe it's like alien technology. They think it's like either Russia or China with some highly advanced technology, but they don't believe that it's like otherworldly stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you feel, Bill?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's alien though either. Yeah.
See, I was hoping we would have our special guest on tonight that discussed his Bigfoot encounter.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't able to make it on tonight.
Perhaps next week we'll pose him we'll pop the question again next week.
We won't say his name.
Nope.
We will hide his
identity.
Maybe we'll call him something like John Donson.
John Donson.
Something like that. And we'll just make up a random name.
He's one of the few that I know who's actually seen a Bigfoot.
Okay. Let's set up next week. You're telling me that he actually saw it.
He actually saw it.
According to him.
According to him. I believe him too. Like I said, I heard some weird. We should save this for next week.
We should
Let's save this talk for next week.
I want to save it for next week, but here's the thing, Bill. It's because you believe that Bigfoot is real, but it's part of a different dimension, kind of like UFOs. You have mentioned that before.
Yeah.
So that's why it would be really cool to have John Donson on this week to talk about his. Because he doesn't. I mean, the thing is once you see something like this, you can't just go out there talking about it because people will start camping out on your front porch, that kind of thing. It's a real dangerous thing.
Camping out on your front porch, though.
Yeah. Do you know the guy, Drizzo or something like that? There was a guy out in California who supposedly worked at a UFO place, and he had to stop talking about it because people were like showing up at his house. We believe, and they were like schizophrenic type people.
I did not hear about
Bob
that.
Lazar was his name. You ever hear
Bob
Lazar?
Dude, he lives in the UP now.
Does he really? Yeah. So Bob Lazar was talking about like people were like, it was weird.
Yeah, Bob Lazar's got some stories, man.
Yeah, do you believe him?
I think I do believe some of Bob Lazar's stuff. Yeah, like he worked for Area 51. He's got some. The thing is too, like, oh man, there's this whole Netflix special on about him. You should check it out. That was done just a couple years ago.
I saw it. Yeah.
You saw the special?
Yeah.
Where he was talking. That was up in the UP where he was working and living at the time.
They raided his house.
They raided his house during the filming of that. Yeah. Which is nuts because if he had nothing to do with any of this, why does he keep getting harassed by the feds? You know?
Yeah. You just and the thing is his whole demeanor. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, leave me alone. Okay, it happened, but he told people because he thought he was going to die. Like he had to bring it up to the public because if someone killed him, he wanted people to know that they killed him. He didn't kill himself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
He came out, but it's a great, shtick. If that's really if that's not the case, it's like, okay, I believe you, and I'm a very cynical person, but I believe Bob Lazar. Yeah. That's why I was really hoping John Donson would be here so he could talk about. Maybe did he say it seemed like it was another dimension thing, or did he actually see the thing walk away, or what
it was a walking away thing? He said.
Do you believe him?
I believe him. Yeah, because like I said, I heard something that morning too, because we were both camping on the Manistee.
Yeah, we're together then.
We were together at the same time.
This wasn't the seventh year it wasn't the seventh year, right? With
no,
Dogman?
It was not Dogman.
Okay.
Good memory on that, by the way.
Yeah, I can't remember my friend's name that texted me the peanut butter beer, but I can remember that.
Because that was a legit threat. Because we were out there camping on the seventh year.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You got to remember that. That was the first sighting was along the Manistee. They say so. Anyways, no, but John
Donson.
Wow, John Donson. He I was still in my tent just waking up, and I heard these noises, and then he was over along the bank fishing, and he looked across and he saw it walking away. Like a really large tree was like swaying back and forth. And he saw that and he followed it down just to see this huge thing walking away.
We'll see. No pictures though, right? No grainy Polaroids.
Of course not. Yeah.
Come on, John.
Come on, man.
There we go. That's the one I wanted. But this week I wanted to talk a little bit about muskie. I have never caught a muskie on a fly rod. Have you, Bill?
I've never caught a muskie, period.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
have you caught a muskie?
No. It's something I want to do. I mean, we had a couple of people on. Matt Peisert was here with his butt stuff fly, and he talked a little bit about going out and catching muskie on the fly with a guide over on the east side of the state. And
did you discuss where that name came from too, the butt stuff?
I think he did. You guys can go back and check it out. Matt Peisert's butt stuff fly. Someone sent him a shirt off the internet with like aliens that said, "Get in, dude. We're doing butt stuff."
That's what makes me wonder.
And it's like,
not aliens alone, but I mean like aliens made me wonder about it.
Yeah.
No, just the connotations, you know?
yeah, because and he thought I did it. He thought I sent him the shirt. And I don't know if he ever figured out who sent it. I don't know if it was a fan from the podcast or whatever, but someone sent him a shirt that said...
Well, if you sent him the shirt, thank you, because that's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Get in, dude. We're doing butt stuff. So I thought that was funny. But no, I mean, muskie is something Bob White does a muskie madness trip. I don't know if there's any openings left for this fall, but if you want to go to Bob White's website, if you'd like to catch... He does a guided trip every year or a hosted trip, which I think would be absolutely amazing. So you can go to his website. But Iowa, speaking of Iowa, because my friend from Iowa, Iowa's oldest female muskie caught after dodging nearly 2,000 nets. My question is, how do you know it's 2,000 nets?
Was she keeping a running count?
Did they ask her when they caught her?
I'm wondering that.
Approximately how many nets? But wildlife officials in Ohio said that the oldest female muskie in the state was caught after 20 years, apparently dodging capture nearly 2,000 times in that time. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources said the 46-inch male muskellunge, I don't know how to say it, I just call him muskie. The 46-inch female muskie, better known as muskie, was caught in a Fisheries Bureau net 20 years to the day after the last time it was encountered by officials. The 25-year-old fish is the oldest known muskie living in Iowa waters, officials said. The fish, which was 33.4 inches long when it was first netted, managed to evade 2,000 capture attempts. They keep saying this, 2,000 capture events during those 20. I mean, they keep saying the same stupid thing. Okay, a total of 1,996 net sets were conducted from 2002 to 2020 within the Okeechobee Lake chain, and that fish was never recaptured. So they did a lot of testing, and they never captured it again. So it's not like that's how they kept count.
So this wasn't like reaching in with a net as you're catching it or something. This is like a legit like Department of Natural Resources probably running nets or something.
Yeah,
That's how I'm imagining it.
This year, as part of our broodstock collection, we recaptured her for the first time since 2001. Meerbrook said, "It's highly unusual for a muskie to be so elusive. The lack of capture is also intriguing to us. Fish that are 15 years or older often have been in the hatchery several times. The elusive muskie is now back in the water," officials said. Very interesting.
So how old did they say it was?
20 years?
Oh.
No, that's how many times. That's how many years it's been since they caught it.
And how many times did it elude?
25 years. How many nets did it escape from?
Exactly how many did it not get captured by?
25 years old. The fish is 25 years old.
That's kind of young, though, in some terms for aquatic life, though. I mean, like sea turtles can live like 100 years plus, can't they? And like some of these fish, I thought like sturgeon could like live a super long time too.
That's what I've heard. I heard sturgeon were like, they're basically dinosaurs, bro.
Yeah.
So that was, but there was another
evolved.
There was another article though that said extinct fossil fish dating back 420 million years found alive in Madagascar, and that sucker looks. That's from Newsweek. I'll put that article up too, and that sucker looked like it was a dinosaur. It's got feet and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
a fish with feet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Not like. I mean, it's not like the Big Show, Peep Show kind of feet, you know. It's
so
like
people wouldn't pay to watch this fish.
Yeah, I mean.
It's kind of more of a, whoa, look at that fish.
Yeah, check out that fish.
No, don't stare. Don't stare.
Don't look at it directly in the eye. Only the pure of heart can stare directly in the eye. Yeah, but anyways, well, Bill, thanks for hanging out with me this week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, next week we would really like to have John Donson on because that's our last episode. Next week is our last episode of the season, Memorial Day weekend. And then we're going to do some fishing, Bill.
Yes.
Get out and hang out and do some things. I'm very excited. Be sure to follow us on our socials because we do have some live events coming up. And I've been saying that a lot over the last few episodes, but we are working very hard on that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. And I'm looking forward to Salt Lake. So if you guys are going to be at IFTD.
No, you just, thinking back to like 2019 where you were talking like, we're going to be doing this and it never happened. Mm-hmm. So are we really doing Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm going to overuse that button. I got to stop that.
2019 was great at the end.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time because 2020, everything took a crap on us,
Mentally, it just really effed me over.
Yeah.
It was like I'm still sitting on inventory I bought for the live events and everything. And it was like, what a kick in the mouth, Yeah. And you try not to be bitter. Just try to move forward, And even now, like calling the book places, they're like, well, we just don't know. But they lifted the mask mandate now. So hopefully we'll start getting more people together and safely. And
yep.
So, yeah. So be sure to, I will definitely be at IFTD because we already have the table. So I know that for a fact. But will the band play? That's what we're planning on. We're looking at taking the Parachute Adams band out and hanging out and doing an after party. So be sure to stay in touch and stay connected with us, and you'll know everything that's going on. Bill, but before we go, any final thoughts? Any last words?
Man, I got nothing.
All right, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week on the Remote No Pressure podcast. Be sure to check out our website for our merchandise. And until next time, go fishing.